So these are the instructions to my Crocs explosion card. I'm going to start with this long piece that has all these little teeth shaped tabs on them, and I'm just folding down on all the score lines. So after you folded down on all of them, you should be left with what looks like a band, like so. So I'm going to put glue on the tab that's at one end. I'm going to grab the other end and just join them. So I need the cut end to be right against the score line of my tab. I have two straight tabs that are going to go towards the bottom. So these tabs at the top, I'm going to pull upwards. And then I'm going to grab one of the soles of my Crocs. I'm just putting glue all around the perimeter. And then I'm positioning it inside my form, making sure that the edge is just following along nicely. So I want the sole of my shoe to fit nicely within the bands that surround it like that, like a wall. And then I'm going to turn my piece around, and I'm going to grab the second one, putting glue all over the surface and gluing it so that it's right over the first one, like so. And then I'm just going to go in with my bone folder. If you don't have a bone folder, you can use a narrow ruler or something with a nice clean straight edge. So that's the base of your shoe. So next I'm going to take the top of my shoe, that's the piece with all the little holes in it, and I'm just going to fold down those two little wings on each side, like so. And then I'm going to put glue all along those little teeth-shaped tabs, so all around that curve. And I'm going to position my piece so that the tabs follow the curve. Some of these are a little bit long, so I'm just going to snip them. Oh, I still have one that needs snipping. See, those little tabs poke through the holes. You want to sort of hide them. I've got my index finger in there, and I've got my thumb on the outside, and I'm just making sure that the edge of this piece goes nicely along the curve on the shoe. And now I'm just going to put glue those two little wing pieces on each side. I'm fitting them inside my shoe and then pressing them to the wall of the shoe, like so. I take one of my Cricut tools and I'm just poking the holes on either side, because those wings are going to cover them up, and depending on where exactly you place it, could be a different spot. You want to make sure you're going to be poking through that little wing that you've just glued down. I have this little piece, looks like a little zipper, and I'm folding down on all those little teeth. No, sorry, I'm going to be folding up on all those teeth. So I've got the right side facing me, and I've got all those triangles turned upwards like so. Then I'm going to put glue on every single one of those triangles. So I'm going to curve it and just insert it inside my shoe. So I want it just up against the insole like so. So I'm just pressing those little triangles up against the curve of my shoe. I'm just putting glue on these two triangles, and then on that little triangular end of the strap, and just pushing it against the wall to keep it in place. I'm doing that on both sides. I have these little mini brads that I'm using, and I'm just threading it through the hole. I'm threading one brad through the hole, and then through the hole on the side of my shoe. I'm just going in there with my tool and opening up the little legs of the brad. And I'm going to do that on the other side as well. And there's my little shoe. Now this you could fold forwards, but it's not up to size, so it folds all the way over. Okay, so next we're going to assemble the explosion box. So this piece that's shaped a little bit like a plus symbol, I'm just folding down on all the score lines. And so this is going to become the base of my box. So for the inside of the box, I have my center square, and then I have my matte layers on all 4 sides. So the words are done with Cricut iron-on, and I've applied them to my cardstock. And the panels for the interior of the box are wider than they are tall. Just keep that in mind when you're gluing them down. So I'm just going to glue them down as you see here. I want the writing facing outwards. That's just a personal choice. Now that I've glued down the panels for the inside of my box, I'm going to flip my box over and I'm going to decorate the exterior of my box. And I have this Cricut foil poster board that I've embossed. Then I'm adhering to the outside of the box, and I'm going to glue it down so there's an even border all the way around each panel. Now I'm going to work on the lid for the explosion box. I'm just going to fold down on all my score lines. And now I have my decorative panels for the lid. These 4 rectangles are going to be placed within the score lines on those pieces. And then I've got my center piece that fits right in the middle like so. So I'm just going to glue them down as you see here. So now that all my decorative pieces are glued down, I'm going to start with one of these tabs. Doesn't matter which one really. I'm just going to put glue all over the tab, and then I'm going to fold this piece down. I'm folding this piece down, and my tab is folded under so that the edge of this piece is on the score line of the tab, like so. And I'm going to do that with all 4 corners, just putting glue on the tab, folding the tab inwards, and folding the corner down, like so. And I'm forming nice 90-degree corners. So my last tab, I'm just bringing it up to the neighboring piece and gluing it down. So next I'm putting glue on one of the flaps that's on the edge, and then I'm just going to fold it inwards, and this creates a nice reinforced edge. I'm just putting glue on the flap, folding it inwards, and I'm going in with my bone folder, making sure that all that glue is spread out nicely. And I'm doing that for all 4 sides. So here's the base of my box, and there's my crock. I'm just going to put glue on the bottom of it, and I'm gluing it down at an angle, like so. And then I'm going to pull up the sides and put my lid on. And there we have it, my crock explosion box.